Good afternoon everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is Saturday, yeah, the sun's gone down, it is quite dark out, so it's been a lovely sunny day though, I must admit. We are Saturday, so we are book page ephemera making, and I'm going to get straight on with it because I'm quite late filming it today. So what we're going to make, I've already got some here of course. I like to have a play. Is, oh, I don't know, what would you call it? Well, that's a scrappy pad, and these are journal cards, and it has journal space should you wish it there. Don't know, what would you call it? Double journal card, loaded journaling space. I don't know. Let me know what you'd call it. So that was the first one I made. You'll see that I've used some of, well, I've used all sorts, but I've used some of Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodar's Victorian ephemera that I had sitting on my desk. Also used some of my own pink coffee dyed paper and some of my coffee dyed digitals, you know, where the colours weren't quite right, so I coffee dyed them, which means all the lovely ink runs and creates beautiful things. I've also used on the tabs, what's that, embossed paper or card. So quite a few things going on. Rather enjoyed making it. Love the you know, the tattiness, I guess it is tatty, isn't it, of this flippy pad. Or it could just be a writing pad, you know, journaling pad, or it could be a tear pad. You could tear things off to use it. It's yeah, it's well distressed and curled over, and yeah, love it. And then on here, on this side, I've just put a, what are you? You're a washi sticker, a black and white washi sticker, and some washi tape across the top, which I didn't do, I just realised on this one. So I think it's fine though. It's 2 pages thick, so it should be. Now this one I made Christmas, as you can see. I had these 2 tags in my stash from last year. I've got a small box here, I'll show you in a minute, or before we finish, with ephemera from last year, Christmas ephemera. I found these 2 little, yes, embellishments. What are they called? Oh dear. Yep. It's going to be one of those videos. I found 2 of those pretties. I'll just call them pretties. So I just put them on the corner there. Now, if you wanted this to go in a journal, you know, you'd have to make sure you had room for 2 buttons kind of back to back there. This is going to be a giveaway with a couple of other Christmas pieces very soon. So it'll probably just be a standalone piece. Perhaps somebody could carry it around in their Christmas shopping purse. Who knows? I've stamped, I don't know if you can see. You probably can't see. I'll get as close as I can. Can you see that little tiny snowman there, stamped in gold? He's here as well, on this corner. I think I'll put him on the next page as well, but not on the last. Oh, I'll put him on the last page and not that one. Lovely. I found this, I got it in a pack of stuff at the charity shop in the summer actually, and I'd obviously just popped it in the top of my Christmas thing, so I thought I'll just give it a go. Oh, I love it. I love the shape and what have you, and the are they called pencil stamps or cigar stamps or something like that? Anyway, love it. It's the only one like that I've got, but it's nice to use. Yes, so Let It Snow up there, which is again from Fussy Cuts from last year, and this is a Fussy Cut from last year, which is a little bit shiny but pretty. Okay, so I've already made, because I wanted them dry ready to go, I've already made 3. They're quite simple, but I will make one with you. I'll make a couple with you because yeah, I want to make some more Christmassy ones for me to use. So each one has 2 sheets of paper. Now this is quite thin. No, not thin necessarily, it's brittle, so it's old paper. It's got the dried on glue at the top as well, but I am trimming when I you know, finish off the piece, so that will, no point in cutting it off now. I want to start with two pieces exactly the same size. I'm not sure how important that is, you know, when making this, but it's quite important to me because that's how I've, you know, talked myself into doing it. That's how I've done the last few. I'm not copying anybody. I'm sure these have been done. They're just a theme on. They're very popular, aren't they? Folded over. Probably done them myself at some point, but yeah, I just sat here and folded the paper and decided on it myself. So 2 pieces of book page, same size if you like me and you like things simple, I guess. And then I folded them both down the centre to find the centre, and I inked them both down the centre so that I can you know where the centre is. It just makes life easy for me. So the one that's going on the front, I don't suppose it matters which one, but I'll go with this one. You just fold to the back, perhaps leave 1/2 millimetre, something like that. Millimetre would do, so you're not quite in the fold, but very nearly. Now, dependent on your paper size, you can glue that down, or you can trim it like this, which I have been doing, and then just gluing the top bit down. Let me get a glue, and I've been using I think it's nearly empty actually. Hope it'll see me through this. My Scotch glue stick. I will have to order some. I don't know. I think I might have one more. I might not. Left. Oops. Yep, so just stick it down there, and then it doesn't matter if you don't do this right now, but this is the easiest time to do it if you want it inked, is to ink that edge. Okay, and that's going to be the pocket over this. So I'm trying to keep mine the same way up my text. I don't know, it will be very much personal preference, I think, whether you do or not. Yeah, the reason I've put the line there is so that I can, you know, line it up when I'm gluing it. So get another big one. So I'm doing quite a broad streak of glue. What kind of that is? Run of glue? Line of glue, if you like. Try not to get glue all over me tablecloth, because I'm going to trim them down, basically. And I'm only doing it on the bottom. I'm not gluing the top yet. I just want this. I think the important thing is to get the centre line even. So you can, if you're using what am I using? Glue stick. You can glue it down, because when you fold it over and move it, it's not stuck, look. So you can get it. Does that make sense? You can move it about so that you get it flat. Feels like something was in there then. No? No. Yeah, so it's not quite flat, but I'm going to trim it. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that one's really not flat, but I think it's the way let's take it off again. Again, the beauty of glue stick. So I got the centre right, but I didn't get the bottom level, so I guess level or just in a little bit. Yeah, that's better. I think that's made a world of difference. But then, yeah, fold it over, because you can see it needs to move a little bit. I've got you wrinkled, that's it. I do like to make things look difficult. That's it. And then I just leave that to dry a little bit, and then I'll trim it off, which is one of the reasons why I did a few, because I'll do a dry one with you. But let's do that again, because I made a bit of a meal of it, didn't I? And then we'll embellish some together, and then I'll be able to tell you my tale from today. I wonder if you can guess what happened today if I tell you it's all about Mr. Simba, who is turning into quite a mischievous cat, I have to say. Lovable, sweet when you look at him, butter wouldn't melt, and you can't tell him off because he's such a cutie. Sucker for a cute animal face. Yeah, I don't know why I need to do the back of that, but I just feel that I did. I don't know. I maybe did. Oh, yes, I did. For when I decorate, I need to know where the middle is. So I do want both sides of the back one doing. If you're wondering why I did it, because I haven't used that yet, have I? But okay. So absolutely you could mass make these, couldn't you? You could do lots of folding. You could fold half a book like this, and then, you know, fold them in half and then go along and ink like that. So you've got the lines, and then half of them go and do this too. Which way up am I having you? That way. And I want you to be the front, so yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I had it that way, didn't I? I don't know. Again, it's just personal preference. You'll know when you've folded a couple where you prefer them. I think it will depend on what sort of book page you're using. You know, are you going to leave a lot of the book page showing, or are you going to cover a lot of it? All these things come into play. So fold it over, basically like a big paper aeroplane. Oh, left a big bit on there, Denise. And then glue over here. Glue the flaps down. It really is simple. You know, once you've done, shall I say two, seeing as I had another one folded over, I have. Seeing as I made a mock-up of the first one. But you know, talking and crafting at the same time. They say us women are multitaskers. Not always. Oops. That's it. Yeah, really did take two different chunks out of there, didn't I? Bin's overflowing. Okay, so I've got that, and I've got that, and I need to glue that onto there. Is that the way I'm having it? I don't know why. I've just got the title of each page down the right hand side. So a nice broad stripe of glue. A stripe. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't do it broad enough when you trim, because you simply go in with something like, you know, art glitter or a small tipped glue and just close it up again. It's not a real, hey, do you mind? You're going down before I want you to, right? So get the middle straight and get your bottom edges straight, I think is the key to it. Rub it down. But then, unless you're going to let it dry like that for a long time and then fold it, you need to fold it and then kind of readjust the edges. Now, I know you might think it's easier, and it might be easy for you to glue it, you know, folded rather than open. But I've tried it both ways, and I just find it easier for me to kind of refold, you know, re-glue like that. Because the piece is going to be, you know, used closed rather than open most of the time. You want it to open, but no, you could just completely cover the page if you wanted to, couldn't you? Oops, go back in. But I do, I say all the time on these, I like to celebrate the fact a bit that they are book page. Okay, so those two are wet. We'll put them over there. I've got two dry ones here, haven't I? Yeah, you can see that bottom there's not very neat. So let's, plus they're quite big for the size journals I tend to use. So you can, you know, trim them as thin or as thick, you know, take as much off or as little off, I guess that's what I mean, as you like. You could measure and make them all the same size, which, you know, that's not something I do very often. Have been known to, and I can measure properly. I make a joke of that. I can if I go slow and put my mind to it and, you know, don't mess about. Okay, so I take a bit off the top as well, which is one reason why I didn't stick the top down, because it would now be open anyway. But the other one is when I go in and put these back, take these out, these back pieces in, done the same on this one here. Oops, 2 seconds, thinking and doing again, problems. I just found it easier to be able to kind of pull that back and glue them in rather than tying myself up. I just realised I Don't know, maybe I did glue one side and not the other, but this is what I mean if you forget to, ink, if you forget to ink before that's fastened down, you still can just lift it up and do it. If that's fastened down, just stick a piece of paper against your back page. Although if you're covering it like me, that might not make a difference either. So we've got 2 pieces like this, or 1 piece like this. You go up there. I'm going to do another Christmas one because I'm starting to do some Christmas craft, and it's always handy to have some Christmas ephemera. Which one am I doing? Can't do 2 at once, Denise. Right, there we go. So this I'm thinking, well, I know you want me to tell you whose they are, but I really can't. I think those might be Nanines. I think this might be Artie May's, but I could be wrong. This one is on that lovely premium cream coloured paper. So I think I'm going to use that for the scrap pad because it's a nice colour on the back as well. That's what I brought that for. And then these I'm going to use one on the front, one on the back. So I'll probably use this one in the back. It's just a little bit lighter, isn't it? And I am tearing. I'm not cutting neatly. I'm celebrating the tear. I like the torn look. I nearly said teared then. I like the teared look. Especially when I'm inking, you just get, you know, a bit more ink showing on those fancy edges. I think that's enough. Let's cut it to size. Would be the easy thing. Well, I mean, I want it less than, oops, less than the size of the pocket that it's going behind. Not too much, but a bit. I always find it hard to judge that. That's better, now I can see. Yep, so if I take, I'm thinking if I take this end off, I was going to tear it in, yeah, just do it in half, but I think it'll still be too big. Yeah, it will, so I might as well just take what I need, haven't I? Which is about there. Right, I don't, I could see myself ripping the actual pocket then. One of those things where you think about it just as you do it. And you're like, no, why did I do that? It probably doesn't need to go all that way down actually, but I am thinking, gosh, this is tough paper. It just, oh no, because it won't go down for that, will it? Don't rip it, Denise. Yeah, I'll need some more off this side as well if it needs to go in that side. I kind of want it central, if you see what I mean. So if I've got a big gap this side, which I'm going to have by the looks of it, yeah, I want a fairly decent gap that side as well. We're nearly there. I'm just going to take a little bit off this side, I think. So yeah, you're probably thinking it would be so much easier to just measure it. But it probably wouldn't for me. So yeah, I'll go all the way down with it because it will strengthen the book page a little bit. Oh, okay, so I'll probably get them both ready and stick them down together. Because if you want to see some of the book page, you could put a little tear in that. I think I did that in one of them. So I needed quite a bit off there, didn't I? We want them the same. You could always put a triangular piece in if you didn't want, you know, that big wide gap that I've got there. Across there. Yeah, so I've probably kept you in tender hooks long enough about Simba. Yeah, this morning, 10 o'clock this morning, I went down and it was back on top of the conservatory roof again, crying and howling that he couldn't get down. Can you believe it? That's not an accident, is it? There's no way he's done that 2 days in a row, knowing that he can't get down. He's not kidding, he really can't get down. It's quite a height. I think he knew, because Neil's off today, Neil was home. I think he knew we were, you know, upstairs. And he was locked out and he wanted to come in. We haven't got a cat flap, we really must. Although he's not used to a cat flap. Is that way up? Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, I think he does it on purpose because he knows we're in the bedroom, and you know, the conservatory next door is at the back of the house, so it kind of, it's underneath the gentleman next door's bedroom and window, I should say, and fairly close to ours. So I think that's all I can think. I can't think of any other reason apart from absolutely pure stupidness, which I don't believe he is, for doing it. So I said to Neil, it's definitely your turn today. So he went down and got the steps out, got the basket out, and instead of, you know, him taking forever today, he got straight in the basket. Like, thank you very much, that's what I wanted. You're both up, you're both down here, and I'm getting the attention I want. I can't think of any other reason. He wasn't shocked or anything. He was just, he wanted us to come save him. So I don't know. I mean, the ideal solution, as far as I can think, is get a cat flap put in. But the back door, I mean, we do want a new back door eventually, but we've just had the heating done. We can't afford a new back door yet. Is it's glazed top and bottom, not just. So there is, well, I know you can get a cat flap and cut your glass and put it in and what have you, but expense. It's not like, you know, the PVC door or even a wooden door where we could get a cat flap. And I'm still not sure that's the way up. The words seem to be right that way up. Am I far enough down? Gosh, did I go that far down? Oh yeah, because I said, sorry, I hope you can see. There's my head in it then. Come on, stop messing me about. I cannot get that where I want it, would you believe? It's getting really tacky now as well, the glue's starting to dry. But I could have sworn I measured that. Are we about there? I think we are. No, we should be more this way. I'm going to have to re-glue because I'm really tacky now. You know, to the point where it's not moving, it's gluing in place. Gosh, I thought I was safe doing that, talking to you, chatting. Thought I'll chat while there's an easy bit going on. Just wants to be as far over there as can be. Right, that's better, I think. Yes, I'll have to be careful not to do that too far in there, I guess. I guess I could make it a bit smaller that side. Oh, 2 guesses in one sentence. Did I trim this one down? I did, didn't I? Did I? Oh, there's a question. Did I trim this one down? Or did I trim the other one down? I think I know the answer to it. Oh dear. I got 2, trimmed one down. Yeah, this is what I was on about, you see. If you trim it and then you lose a bit, you can just go in. If I only had thought about that before. Oh, I see. We're feeling like that. Before I went to all that trouble. See, didn't have this trouble with the 2 I've just made. It's talking. That's the thing. I just seen a little, it must have fallen out of the box. That's pretty, isn't it? That might be nice on here. Although there's only one and I'm kind of building them equal. Why are you so baggy? Or are you just creased? That's why you're baggy, because you go that way, you silly ninny. Right, so let's hope the front goes a bit easier. I've got a much darker one for the front, but that's quite dark, isn't it? I should just put the same papers on this one. I might, you know. No, I want complete contrast. There's a big change around for you. I'm looking at this pink. Because it can be decorated up, can't it? Yeah, I think I'm going to do this pink. So that there's you know, the obvious line between the 2 papers. isn't so obvious. Any idea what I'm talking about? Where do I want to be about there? I'm all over the place, aren't I? So sort of there. I bet Neil's fast asleep downstairs. He's had a very busy few days at work, and it's gone dark. The heating's on, the TV's on. I bet the cat's asleep in my chair. He'll have got in it the minute I got out. And I expect Neil's asleep on the sofa. Yeah, I like that. I like that decorated, I think. More than too much fussy paper. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Oh, I am nearly out of glue stick, look. I can see the green plastic that holds it in. Oh. The telly sounds like it's droning. We have a sound bar in front of it, so I think sometimes you have to mess with the different, you know, the bass and all that malarkey. You can hear the droning up here, but it doesn't sound droning so much down there. Right, let's get some more of this on and then we can decorate it. I'll cut that at a very wonky. Oh, are you quite gonna fit? No, we don't want you short. We're creating lots of oh, excuse me, I hiccup, don't I, every time I come on here? I've got a couple with me. Something to do with breathing, isn't it? Hiccuping, so it's probably all the breathing out I'm doing, not breathing in enough. Stop and take breath and stop talking. That'll be the day. We're going up there. Yeah, we don't want a gap. Just thinking I've got the... Do you still fit? Yeah, good enough. Got lots of bits of collage paper kicking around. I haven't had a look in my scrap box for a while. I think it might need a bit of TLC. Oh. Yeah, a lot of this will be covered over, and it'll be like a background page, won't it, if we put something pretty on the front, something decorative. Okay, another blue page. Be nice with gold and glitter and all things bling and sparkly, these, to really pretty them up. Yeah, some gold around the edges of the whole thing might be nice, actually. That'd be nice with those small Tim Holtz people on them. Be nice with flower fairies on them. So let's do the inside. Let's make one of those scrappy pads for the inside, and then we can do the fun bit, embellishing. So this one I haven't inked that middle. Let's do it now. That's it. So I can see where my pad needs to stop. So don't make it too thick this time. I love the edging on this, so let's, excuse me. Yeah, anyway, I did say to Neil about the cat on Mr. Next Door's conservatory. He might be starting to get annoyed. I might be a little bit, I don't know, probably not, but you know, people like the privacy, don't they? I'm sure he doesn't want me or Neil on a step ladder. half of that enough? Yeah, I think so. You know, leaning over our fence onto his conservatory to get the cat off. And the cat balancing himself in his gutters and what have you. So I said to Neil, I bet he's getting annoyed. I'll have to say something when I see him. And we actually saw him today as we were coming in. I'm going to go with that edge there as well. Do it the same as that, Denise. Anyway, I said to him, you seen the cat in your conservatory? He said, no, not for a good while, actually. He said, I've seen him around and about, but he's not been on the conservatory. So then I had to say to him, well, yeah, this morning and yesterday morning. So I don't know if he was just being polite or whatever, but maybe not. So at least I haven't got to worry about annoying the neighbours at the moment. So I've just put 4 in because I don't want to make it too thick. I do love this paper. I might not tear this one. You know, like this kind of waterfall petticoat tails, something like that at the bottom. You know, and really grungy down the edge. I did that on purpose. I tore them on purpose for that look. But I'm thinking this one, the paper's so lovely, isn't it? In itself. Oh, shall we have some pink around it? Just bear with me a minute. Some saltwater taffy. Oh, all I need now is the pink dauber. There it is, with its little pink bow. Oh, it's obviously been in the black pot. Oh, you little... I don't know why I'm blaming it. There's only one person been using it. Because I'm gonna go over on the back with it as well. Look, and it just gives the back a little bit of something rather than it just being plain cream. Pretty though it is. Just ties it into the front, I guess. Yeah, these are the sort of things that you could sit with all your little embellishments out and all your scraps of paper and stickers and stamps and all sort, you know, labels, and have great fun. So I probably will do. How many have I got there? 4 to do. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've still got 4 to do. Yeah, so I might do two Christmassy ones in the giveaway. Just as a little thank you for those who would like to receive a bit of something. Oh, I know. What did I want to say about that? Who was the lady that... The lady that came second. I've spoken to Claire and I've spoken to Donna. And they have been posted. But the other lady, I'm so sorry that I've forgotten your name. But you sent me a message saying you didn't know how to contact me on my Facebook. And I did reply to it, but I don't know if you've read my reply. But if you still can't get hold of me that way, try my email or get somebody to email me for you. I don't know what else to do. The other thing is my name and address is in my description. You know, in my about thing. If you can't get it to me any other way, you could just post a little postcard off or a little letter or something, or an envelope saying, this is my address, you know, just to keep it private from the world. You know, and I'll send it to you. I've still got it here waiting for you. And no, we're not so hot. No, I'm not assuming at all that you're not young, but most of us ladies who are crafting are, you know, not brought up on the computer. We kind of was, well, am I speaking too broadly here? But you are bummed up, aren't you? If you're one of those ladies, that's what I should say, not most of us. If you're one of those ladies like me who only learnt the computer once you'd left school, and things have moved on so much since then. Another nice needle gone to the dogs. Yeah, the you know, all the apps and things can be a bit of a nightmare, and I'm with you. I'm not absolutely awful, but I'm a long way from, you know, good at it all. I did learn a fair bit as well as a teacher. They kind of train you regular on, you know, a lot of computer stuff, but you know, in 5 years it's moved on. But I found the kids a great help all the time. You know, I used to say, oh, if I want to do so and so, what? And they're like, oh yeah, and they do it really quick. And I'd say, no, well, you need to show me slowly so that I can do it myself next time. They're like, oh. But yeah, the kids love to show you something. What shall we have on here? I didn't put any tape on the top again. I'm not that bothered. No, I think it's all right. Shall we have a look at some pretties? Some Christmas pretties. Oh, don't fall. Please don't fall. Here. No, not shiny ones. These ones. Sorry for the bang. Oh, look at that angel. Oh, yeah, your wings are too big. I bet yours are as well. What a shame. What a shame. Got 2 of each of those, look. Okay, what we got? We've just got red, kind of abstracty, so I can go with anything I want. That is printed on card. That would make a nice tuck, wouldn't it, in there? Possible. Let me just have a bit more of a nosy through. Oh, these are quite nice. No, too big. Oh. I think I like that with the label at the top. That's not dig for too much longer. Or a Christmassy word at the top, wherever they. There. Yeah, I've got these little stacking trays from B&M with all my Christmas fussy cuts in. And then these are my drawers. Quite good look. Let me see them. Don't know if you can. There's some small ones and big ones. Yeah, and I can just put them in my cupboard and out my cupboard when I'm doing Christmas. And then when it comes time that Christmas is finished, they'll all go in a pot away. I was looking for something for up here. Oh, something big maybe like that. Oh, that on there, and then that can be a tuck. Lovely. Lovely. I was thinking these die-cut windows would be nice as well. In there, wouldn't they, on another one? Those were from Violet, I think. I've got some holly and leaves and things. Right, just get on with what you're doing, Denise, because the time is flying by and you've made... Well, I've made a few, but I've only decorated one and I haven't decorated it yet, have I? Now, is the blue one, I already had tags made, so I'm hoping I've got something in mind that I think is ready-made in the ephemera box. Right, so is it strong enough? I think it is strong enough to have a tuck, especially if I don't put too much in it. Yeah, just a bit of something. It's guaranteed whatever Neil is watching down there, it won't be anything that I want to join in. He takes the opportunity when I come up here to craft to watch all the stuff that I'm like, oh, do we have to? Bless him. Love that paper. I'll have to print some more of that off. I'm having trouble locating everything on my computer that I've had a lot of years. I have a secret feeling that I might have, you know, when I cleaned up the computer, that might have cleaned up things I didn't intend to. Yeah, it wants a bit of something in it, but I will find something at a later juncture, I think, because of the time. Oh, we're supposed to be decorating the front. Nice, isn't it? Right, I think I've got 2 of those little snippety things, so let's find some Can you see in here? I know you want to. Do you recognise it? This used to be my scrap box. I think they're a bit small, are they? Oops, just come out a minute. Oh no, they're not. So these are Artie Mays. Oh, quite bright on the back, Denise. Let's just check this. These are the ones I was thinking actually, but they're, yeah, they were too big, the ones you were thinking about. So, right, is there some postcardy ones? There was. No. No, I think because of time we'll go with these. Oh, yeah. Oh, not all of them though. Let's just have 2. Did I pick one? Yeah. They're quite bright green, but 'tis the season to be jolly, is it not? Yeah, I just put those snippets on the blue tags that I had. But I haven't got any more of those, I don't think. Those button snippety things. I'll just put a piece of lace on them, I think. Or I might put a hole in that. But let's decorate the front and back with something. So what we're going for this time, do we want? No. Oh. Up your ears a minute. It's the trouble with plastic, it is noisy. In my hands. Okay, what have we got? Oh, you're too big, that's a shame. I liked you. I liked you a lot. I like you and I can trim you. So we've got something similar-ish. Oh, look at that, that's beautiful. Okay, let's go with botanicals. So shall I have a holly on the front? Which bit's got to go? That bit there. We just take that bit off, I think it will fit fine. What do I want up there? A little round. Ooh. A little round label. That's a Tim Holtz one, I believe. Just to fill that space because it was let's put that first. And then I've left myself enough room for it. Right up there, that's it. Now it can have a Christmas sentiment put over it, or it can be written on or just ignored by whoever gets it in whatever piece it ends up, or whichever journal it ends up in. Or it might be one of the giveaway ones, I don't know. See how many more I get done. Because whenever I do these book page ones, it's always my intention. I enjoy doing it and I think, right, I'm going to sit tomorrow and do another 10 of those. But, you know, those squirrel moments happen and something else is more intriguing and I'm off in a different direction. Yeah, I want some string or something through there. Perhaps some glittery. How long have I been on? A while, haven't I? Right, what am I saying? I'm saying if I take you off about there, do we think? What do we think? Is that shiny on you? I do beg your pardon. Yeah, maybe something down here ticket wise on this one then. Label wise, you know what I meant. Something plainish. I think not too big. Oh. Maybe. Let's just see what a proper plain one looks like. Oh no, I much prefer you. And you're not plain, but that sounded like a firework going off. Would you believe it? Yes, I would. But it is definitely not bonfire night. Upside down. Let's see. That's better. I just don't like the pointy end that's going on there a bit. Let's just make it more branch and less. That's better. I think I will just bring that down a little bit. That's better. Will you stand up? Got daubers everywhere. No change there. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with the cat. And I know Tamara, you're always on his side. And you said, I'm sure he's not doing it on purpose. Tell me what you think now. Do you think he's doing it on purpose now? Because he is a little tinker. At least he didn't hurt himself today, because he did still jump from the basket. But yeah, I was there. I'm just going to get some string. Bear with me. That was quick, wasn't it? I knew where it was. Yeah, it did still jump out of the basket, but I took the basket off Neil today, so I need to put a hole in there. So I quickly, knowing what I was going to do, I got him nearer the ground before he jumped. But, you know, he obviously didn't learn his lesson of doing a head over heels and banging his head, because, yeah, he was jumping exactly the same as yesterday. How much do I want? Not too much. This is gold eyelash trim. I put it away with the Christmas stuff. That's why I knew where it was. Not got an awful lot left, but just tighten a knot and cut it there. And those bits will go on a cluster or something that won't be wasted. Whew. Cute. Okay, same for you. I drowned it, didn't I? Yeah, so the embellishing took a bit longer, but oh, did that twice. I suppose if you was mass making, you might do a theme, you know, so you might do all the same. Get all your tags ready, similar tags, and I don't know. Who says it has to go quick anyway? It doesn't have to be a quick make all the time, does it? Okay, so that's still a bit damp from all the layers of glue and pages I've put on it. But once they dry, they feel, that one's getting there, they feel lovely. I do love that gold on that paper. Yeah, each one's, I mean, I love that as well. Each one's very different. That needs something in it, but it needs something Christmassy, and I don't think I've got anything here right now this minute to put in it. I suppose I could put one of those in. Winter. It's got the bird theme in it, hasn't it? It's just a Merry Christmas Winter. Yeah, maybe I want to change it for something else, but it's got something in it now, in case I forget. Okay, so hope you enjoyed watching it. Yeah, let me know if you've made them. I'm sure some of you have already made them. Or if you're going to, or like I say, any other ideas, any other comments. Yeah, I'm behind with the comments again, and I think I've decided I'm going to, instead of trying to have a conversation now, because I get so many, unfortunately, you know, there will be a little bit of chat, but I don't like to be rude, and I do want to answer everybody, so there'll be probably shorter, much shorter replies, just saying thank you and what have you, unless you actually ask me something that I need to, you know, to reply to, which I don't mind, please do. But generally, even though I love to chat, I'm not getting the time now with all the lovely comments that I get. I'm not complaining, just trying to explain why I'm not getting to them, I guess. Okay, have a lovely evening. There should be a Sunday video at some point, but it may be later on in the day. I don't know. I'm just playing it by ear at the moment, and I don't know why that's on there. Have a lovely, lovely day. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.